In the heart of the city's most opulent district, surrounded by gleaming skyscrapers and luxury cars, stood the Elysian Boutique. It was a place where dreams were woven into fabric and price tags whispered of exclusivity. Today, a new visitor crossed its polished marble threshold. Her name was Maria. In her 50s, her hands told a story of hard work, and her simple, worn clothes spoke of a life dedicated to others. Her eyes, however, sparkled with a gentle curiosity as she gazed at the magnificent dresses, each one a work of art. She took a hesitant step towards a flowing emerald gown, its sequins shimmering under the crystal chandeliers. The sheer beauty of it brought a soft smile to her face. But her quiet admiration was cut short by snickers from across the room. 3 saleswomen clad in sharp, identical uniforms stood clustered together, their eyes fixed on Maria. They whispered, their laughter like a series of sharp, stinging darts. One pointed discreetly at Maria's faded purse, another at her sensible, worn-out shoes. The air, once filled with wonder, now grew heavy with judgment. Ignoring the knot tightening in her stomach, Maria approached one of them. "Excuse me," she began, her voice soft but clear. "Could I please see that green dress up close? It's beautiful." The saleswoman looked her up and down, a sneer twisting her perfectly painted lips. "I'm sorry," she said, her voice dripping with condescension, "but I think you're in the wrong place. This store is not for people like you." The words hung in the air, sharp and cruel. Other customers, draped in designer labels, turned to stare, their gazes a mixture of pity and disdain. Maria felt their eyes on her, each glance a tiny pinprick against her skin. The joy she had felt moments ago vanished, replaced by a wave of shame. Her smile faltered, and she fought to hold back the tears that pricked at the corners of her kind eyes. In this temple of luxury, she had been made to feel worthless. As she stood there, feeling the weight of their scorn, her mind drifted back in time. She saw herself as a young mother, her hands raw from scrubbing floors in houses far grander than her own. She remembered long nights and aching muscles, all for one purpose, her daughter, Sofia. Every dollar she earned, every sacrifice she made, was a stepping stone for Sofia's future. She'd skipped meals to buy textbooks and worked double shifts to pay for tuition. A vivid memory surfaced, a younger Sofia, buried in books, studying late into the night. Maria remembered tiptoeing into her room, a plate of warm food in her hands, her heart swelling with a fierce, protective love. A mother's love, she knew, was a force that could move mountains. Her gaze returned to the emerald dress in the store. It reminded her of the color of the gown Sofia wore at her university graduation. That was the proudest day of Maria's life, the day all her sacrifices had bloomed into a brilliant success. She wanted to buy a gift for that incredible daughter, a token of her immense pride. Gathering her courage, she turned back to the saleswomen. "You don't understand," she tried to explain, her voice trembling slightly. "I'm here to buy a birthday present for my daughter." One of the women let out a disbelieving laugh. "A present from here?" she mocked. "Sure, and I'm a princess about to be crowned queen." The others joined in her cruel laughter, their amusement echoing in the silent, cavernous store. Maria's heart broke. Just then, a sleek black car, so polished it reflected the sky, pulled up silently to the curb outside. The driver, in a crisp uniform, hurried to open the rear door. A single, exquisitely crafted designer heel stepped onto the pavement, followed by its match. Out stepped Sofia Johnson. She was the picture of elegance and power in a tailored business suit, her posture radiating a confidence that could command any room. She carried a handbag that cost more than the saleswomen earned in a month. As she strode into the boutique, a wave of energy shifted. The staff immediately straightened up, their condescending smirks replaced by fawning, eager smiles. Sofia's eyes scanned the store, and then they fell upon a small, familiar figure standing alone, Her shoulders slumped in defeat. She saw the glint of tears on her mother's cheeks. Sofia's warm expression instantly hardened into ice. She walked past the gushing staff, who didn't connect the powerful CEO to the humble woman they were tormenting. "Good afternoon, Miss Johnson. What a pleasure to have you," one of them chirped, trying to gain her attention. Sofia didn't even look at her. Her gaze was locked on her mother. She walked directly towards the group and asked in a voice that was low and dangerously calm, "Why is this woman crying?" A flicker of panic crossed the lead saleswoman's face. "Oh, her?" she stammered, thinking fast. "She was causing a disturbance, ma'am. We were just handling it." It was a clumsy, desperate lie, and it was the last one she would ever tell in this store. Sofia ignored their pathetic excuses and walked straight to Maria. "Mom," she said, her voice now filled with warmth and concern as she wrapped her arms around her. "What happened? What did they do to you?" The saleswomen froze. Their jaws dropped and the color drained from their faces. The word "mom" echoed in the sudden dead silence. The truth crashed down on them with the force of a tidal wave. This powerful, intimidating woman was the daughter of the simple, poorly dressed customer they had just humiliated. Sofia turned, her eyes blazing with a cold fire. "This simple woman," she began, her voice ringing with authority, "is Maria Johnson. She is my mother, the woman who worked 3 jobs so I could have one dream. The woman who went without so I would never have to. She sacrificed everything, every last bit of herself, for me." She let the words sink in before delivering the final blow. "My name is Sofia Johnson. I'm the CEO of Johnson Enterprises. And as it happens, my company owns a 40% stake in this entire mall." At that moment, the store manager, having heard the commotion, rushed out from her office. Seeing Sofia, she began apologizing profusely. "Miss Johnson, I am so sorry for this misunderstanding." Sofia held up a hand, silencing her. "There's no misunderstanding. I understand perfectly. You will fire these 3 employees immediately. Their lack of human decency has no place here." She then turned her attention back to the room, her voice softening as she spoke of her mother's journey, of the endless hours, the tired hands, the unwavering belief in her daughter's potential. She told them how her mother had never once bought herself anything beautiful, because her daughter's future was the only luxury she ever craved. The atmosphere in the store transformed completely. The remaining staff, now pale with fear and regret, rushed to assist. Maria, who had been overwhelmed, now watched as her daughter took control, defending her with a strength that Maria herself had instilled in her. Sofia turned to her mom with a gentle smile. "Now, Mom, let's get you that birthday present." They walked through the store together, this time with every staff member treating Maria like royalty. Sofia led her back to the emerald green dress. "This one," Sofia said. "I want you to have this one." A little while later, Maria emerged from the dressing room. The dress fit her perfectly, its elegant fabric draping over her like it was made for her. She looked in the mirror and for the first time saw not just a tired mother, but a beautiful, graceful woman. Tears of joy streamed down her face as she looked at her reflection and at her incredible daughter standing beside her. As they walked out of the store arm in arm, Maria glowing in her new dress and Sofia beaming with pride, a powerful lesson lingered in the air for all who had witnessed the scene. Never ever judge someone by their appearance. You have no idea the battles they've fought, the sacrifices they've made, or the powerful love that defines their story. Thank you for watching. Remember that respect costs nothing, but its value is immeasurable. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that inspires. See you next time.